Well, typically people start to ask questions once they get bees about, oh stink, I didn't think about what would happen when it comes time for me to actually mow my yard. Can I mow near my bees?
Yeah.
Hey there, you're watching Ryan McElhaney from Mac Be Buzzin', and I just want to do a quick little check-in with you today, just to do a quick video about something that I don't see a whole lot of people talk much about on YouTube or elsewhere. As you can tell, if you look around, been doing a little bit of mowing today. All I have on here is just kind of my little insect veil on a brimmed hat, and not too concerned about the bees, which you can see are right back here by me. And that's kind of the point that I wanted to talk about, is the fact that I was just out here on my riding mower, and even, well, typically people start to ask questions once they get bees about, oh stink, I didn't think about what would happen when it comes time for me to actually mow my yard. Can I mow near my bees? And the answer to that is yes. And there are different approaches. Some people will just make sure they're all suited up, go out there with a push mower, riding mower, just not think about it because they're all completely geared up just in case something goes south. But the other interesting thing, which is more so what I tend to operate by, because as you can see, I'm all shin today. I'm wearing shorts out here, just got done mowing literally about 4 feet from my hives. Not a problem. And that's even more interesting when you consider the fact that today was our first truly warm day. So if I bring the camera down here, you can see I got a lot of bees hanging out on the front of this hive doing something called bearding. All right, so you can see lots of bees outside the hive. So they definitely know I'm here. And yet I was mowing just a few feet from them. And actually the funny thing is I got one that's buzzing me right now for me walking by it, but I didn't have a peep from any when I was out here mowing. So ultimately, what it really comes down to is the actual pitch of your engine when it's running. So my experience has been that if I'm using something that is low power, so let's say I'm running a 2-stroke engine, or I'm out here with my electric weed eater, something like that, the bees will get agitated. For some reason, they don't like the sound, the pitch of the vibrations that come off of those particular motors. But when I've been out here using my rebuilt riding lawnmower, just something that was sitting in a garage that my father-in-law helped repair. It's got a Briggs & Stratton 19.5 horsepower engine in it, which isn't super powerful, but it's definitely not weak either. And I can run all day long out here, and the bees never pay me any attention. And that's a fascinating thing, but it just comes down to the actual level of the vibration. And one other test that I've done, it didn't impact them so much today because they're more focused on hanging out on the hive and trying to basically air condition the hive. They have higher priorities at the moment. But when I was in mid-season last year, and I came out here still on that same riding mower and didn't realize that I was only running at about half power. So the throttle was only about midway. And I kept wondering why every time I drove by, the bees would take flight, go into the air, they'd swirl around. A few of them would chase me 20 yards from the hive, bump me, and then they'd go back to the hive. And after about 15-20 minutes of that, I looked down and I realized, oh, my engine power isn't where it needs to be. So I put it all the way back up to full power, continued to mow, and I didn't have another bee the least bit concerned that I was out here mowing the grass. So that's just one of those fun tips. If you're thinking about getting into beekeeping and you haven't thought about the fact that you still have to mow around the hives, just be mindful that the power of the engine that you're using around the bees will make a difference in terms of whether they pay attention to you or not. So thanks for watching. Mac be buzzing. Hope this is helpful to you. We'll continue to make more videos, and have fun with your bees.